University of Maine. My name is Rusty America. I actually...
Really?
No, it's not on my birth certificate, but I mean, that's a government document, so I don't have that problem like that. So, unfortunately, I have a friend that's one of those dirty liberals, big government, all that. So, and he's all about the minimum wage. He tells me that it's the silver bullet that's going to end poverty if we just pay people this thing that he calls a living wage. And I usually lose these arguments because I just don't know much about it, so I'd like to hear some of your thoughts, so I have more ammo in my arguments.
So that's another good question. So you got another one of those, or somebody near you. The minimum wage. Well, first of all, I want to pick on something you said about one of your liberal friends. I just got an email from Dan Klein, economist in California, mad at me because I was, in my column last week, I made fun of liberals, because I should say left liberal. Because free market is a liberal thing. Liberal just means you leave people alone. Unfortunately, the progressives, or the totalitarian left, I don't know what we should call them, stole the word liberal from us libertarians years ago, and we can't quite get it back, but I should call them left liberals. And the minimum wage, it just, again, it's intuitive. Yeah, these people, you can't live on $7 an hour. It's not a living wage. Just give them a little bit of a break. Couple answers. One, well, if government can do that and make everybody better off, and they say, yeah, and then they'll have more money to spend, and then other people will have more business, we'll all be richer. Well, then let's make it $100 an hour minimum wage. Why are you so cheap? How do you know that $7 is the right amount? Or $10 is the right amount, where, depending where you are. Second point, that yes, the data do not show dramatic drops in employment when the minimum wage is raised, because it's on the margins. And very few people are even making the minimum wage. 95% of Americans make more than the minimum wage because the market works. Most people, to get good workers, need to pay more. So when you raise the minimum, it doesn't affect that many people. Most of the studies show that it reduces job creation slightly, but it's not a lot. And it's partly because of the 5%, partly because of the reporting. But it's just logical if you think that if you're an employer and you have to pay more for some workers, you can either pay it, or you can not open that second store if you're on the margin, or you can buy a machine to serve the hamburgers or to flip the hamburgers. And it speeds the automation. And the people hurt most are the ones at the bottom of the economic scale. Because why would the employer take a chance on somebody he has to pay $10 an hour on if he can get a machine? Or maybe he'll just work the existing workers more overtime. When I was your age, there used to be people in gas stations pumping gas. Now it's only really in New Jersey, which requires it, in Oregon. There used to be apprentices on construction sites. People in high school would learn construction. And from that, they learned the joy of work, of feeling good about yourself, really producing something. They learned the habits of showing up for work, being on time. But now the contractor says, I can't take a chance on an apprentice because I have to pay $10 an hour. I better stick to the guys who have some experience who I pay $10 an hour to. And so those jobs are never created. Boy, I need to hone my minimum wage answer and do it more quickly than that.